Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Stella. So today I'm showing you how to start applying makeup as a beginner. If it's something you want to watch, please do keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're gonna big thumbs up. Without ado, let's go straight into this. So I'm starting on with moisturizing. You have to build up your I'm applying this on my bare skin, my clean bare skin. And a disclaimer, everybody have their own way on how to start their makeup. Some do eyes before skin, but this I prefer to go in with the skin first before I go with the eyes. So I let it dry first, then I go in with the primer. This one is the Zickel primer. I use this all over my face. And if you have combination skin or dry skin, you can stop here and apply your foundation. But since I have very oily skin, I have to apply mattifying primer too, which is this Pond's Oil Control. I apply this the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, all the areas I produce all the most. I use this. See, it has dried it up immediately, and I let this sit in for a second before I go in with my foundation. I'm mixing this Zaron foundation and Flawless. The Zaron is too light, the Flawless is too dark, so I mix them to get my shade. And I'm applying this using my damn beauty sponge. I put the beauty sponge in water, squeeze out all the excess water, then use it to blend. It's easier when it's wet. It's damp, not wet, it's damp. It's more difficult to blend when the beauty sponge is dry, so wet your beauty sponge or make it damp first. So I apply this using a dabbing motion all over my face, and don't forget your chin too. So for my contour, I'm going in with this Bicham foundation. For my concealer, I go in with that Flawless Ivy. So I like applying this concealer before I go in with every other thing, so I'll let it sit in for a while and get tacky. So for the contour, I warm it first. I apply it on my hands, warm it first, then use the brush, take it from my hand before I go in with my skin. I didn't go directly to my skin because I don't want to drag out the foundation I've applied on that face before. So I apply it on my hairline too because I don't want to look like I have a mask on. So after using this brush, I go in with a damn beauty sponge to blend out all the harsh lines. I discover I don't trust brushes that much, so I'm always going in with my beauty sponge. So I like liquid blush, so I'm going in with that lip palette from Flawless. Apply it again, warm it with my hands, then take it and apply on my face. This one is buildable too, so you apply and see. If you need more, you take more and apply. It's buildable, so it won't go in at once. And for me, my motto is my blush can never be too much. I like blush, add colors to the face. So for my nose contour, I go in with that shade I mix, that Ebony, that I mix with my foundation to apply, to use and contour my nose, because I like going in one shade darker when I'm going with my nose, not 2 shades darker, because I don't like those harsh lines on the nose. Just trying to create shadow on the nose, not make it too dark. And guys, please take your time with your nose, because how you contour your nose, that's how you are going to look. If it's not right, your nose is going to look crooked. So after that, I go in with the concealer again, apply the bridge of my nose and my chin. I don't like letting that one sit in. After applying that, I blend this one in immediately. When I let this one sit in, it's always leaving harsh lines on my forehead. That's why I don't like applying it like that and letting it sit. So I apply and blend it out immediately. Then I go in with that side that I use for my foundation and blend it in. That the flow will be seamless. So for blending out the under eye, this one take more time, and you have to take your time with this. Look upward and blend as you go. You don't take it and just focus it under the eyes. Just the places you want highlighted. See, because I've let it sit for a while, that coverage is something else. I do same with the other eye. While I'm blending out my under eye, my setting powder is ready, because to avoid creasing, your setting powder you have to set in immediately. I don't care how you do your this thing, but you have to set it in immediately to avoid creasing under the eyes. So I take it in, blow out the excess, and press the remaining one into my face to set in. I do that in all the areas I highlighted or conceal. So to set the areas I didn't, to set my foundation, I'm going with this Flawless Ivy palette, pressed powder palette, to set those areas. To set my contour area, I'm using that one. Then I use the other one for my nose contour. Like I told you, I'm always using one shade lighter for my nose because I don't want those harsh lines. Trying to avoid them. And I blend this into my crease area. For my blush, I'm going in with that Avo Professional Powder Palette. Then I use that dark shade to intensify my contour. My forehead too. I don't know, my forehead started looking like it's getting bigger. Then my blush. I use that one to set in my liquid blush. Everything you use liquid for, you have to set it in with it in a powder form. And I added a little color to my nose. Then onto my brow. I brush out all the powders on the brow area. Make sure I brush it out thoroughly because I don't want it to look like somehow. So I brush out all the powders. Then I'm using this Davis No. 3 eye pencil to draw the outline of the brows. And guys, be careful with this one because it will be more difficult if you made mistake. So I go in with a sharper pencil to fill in my brows. You know, I'm drawing hair like trans, mimicking the hair on my brows since I don't have so much hair. So I have to create one myself. So I go in again with the spoolie to come out the hair to see how it's looking, whether it needs any other area it needs to be filled in, and I do that. If it doesn't, I continue with my concealer, and I'm just using the concealer to conceal just the brow bone area because I want that place highlighted. Remember, the beginning of the brows I've used I've contoured that area already, so I won't use this concealer down there. So I'll just start from the middle to the end of the brow since I don't want to mess up with my contour, my nose contour. Then I use the little one that is left, just clean it in. Then I press it down with my middle finger. So for my eyeshadow, I'm starting with this brown. I'm using this V Beauty eyeshadow palette. I didn't apply a base for my eyeshadow because I wanted doing something simple, something brown, and there was no need of applying a base when I'm going to put on a brown shadow already. So this is what really changed the look. I didn't know I took so much shimmer shade. I wanted something little. I didn't know that it was much. So you still go in with the flow. Use it and tap. Then go in again with that brown shade to blend it all out. Go in with my liquid liner. To draw my wing. Then use my finishing powder to blend everything in, like everything, the blush, the contour. I always use that. Then use the Kiss Beauty setting spray, shake it up, then spray generously on my face to melt up all those powders that we have applied. Then to my lips, again David's pencil to outline my lips. Then this pink shade from still that Flawless Ivy lip palette. I took this pink shade, blend it in, go in with my brows. And this one is for me lashes. When I apply the glue on the brow, let it get tacky first before I put it on my eyes. Then I use my black eyeshadow to line my waterline since I didn't see my gel liner. Use that brown shade to blur out my under eye area. Oh, what? It was the blue. I used the blue. Sorry, I wanted something colorful, so I used the blue. So guys, this is the final look. If you learned something from today's video, please don't forget to subscribe. Give your girl a big thumbs up. To the next video. Catch ya.